Welcome to Treasure Valley Podcast. I am Chuck. Today's episode is brought to you by LowerGentry Studios. Here at LowerGentry Studios, we create thought-provoking content with integrity, and we enjoy every aspect because we're hedonists. You can go to www.lowergentrystudios.com to catch back episodes of this podcast, original films, original web series. Well, there's one web series, but there are several episodes, as well as other short films and content that you might enjoy.
Yeah. You know, your plugging ability at the beginning of the show is always really, really amazing.
I practice 45 minutes a day.
I say all of the things that I need to say.
Yep.
Sometimes when you like hit your need, you just start saying it.
Yeah.
Just to
it also helps to be single.
Yeah.
I just have to do it all the time.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Chuck. I offer stable income, my own vehicle that's paid off in full.
Yeah.
And a house.
And a hobby that you're probably going to grow really annoyed with.
Which is plugging things on a podcast.
Yes, exactly. Anyway, why is today special?
Today is a special day because on September 10th in 1910...
I'm so glad we're not doing this tomorrow. I just realized that we don't do it on we do it on Tuesdays and not Wednesdays,
September 10th, we're one day short from another big event that everybody knows about.
Yeah.
But September 10th, 1910 was the Great Fire of 1910.
The Great Fire. Yeah.
Have you heard of that?
Yeah. I don't remember anything about it. Was that the one that burned down Chicago, or is that the one that burned like all of Wisconsin?
Idaho.
Oh, wait. No, I used to teach that as a teacher. I forgot about that completely. The Big Burn.
The Big Burn in 1910. So
the blow up of 1910. It burned burned more than 50% of Wallace, Idaho.
Yes.
And then it was about to burn down Avery, but then at the last second there was like a wind shift, and then basically it was all spared.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
am I taking away from your note card?
Nope.
Okay.
I didn't have any of that information in there. I was just waiting to talk next.
Okay, sweet.
Go
ahead and start talking again.
Thank you. It burned an area the size of Connecticut, 3 million acres.
Yeah.
And it was possibly the largest wildfire that has ever happened in the United States in recorded history. They don't quite know exactly because there are a couple other ones that are close, but it was gigantic.
Yeah, and it was actually the beginning of the of a big beef up in the National Forest Service afterwards.
Yes.
And that was the beginning basically of everybody being so concerned about the big fire happening that they would put out every single fire. And that's what we're dealing with still today, is basically that put it out policy. Anytime there's a fire, you suppress it. But then they also didn't understand that when you suppress a bunch of fire, all of like the underbrush keeps on building up and building up and building up. And then you get even bigger fires, or you get lots of fires that you can't control. More frequently, yeah. And that's a very interesting time.
So I take time to just burn things every once in a while to fight that habit of letting things accumulate.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to have a fire in my house.
Yeah, I mean, I burn all of my garbage.
Yeah. Because you never know, if you get too much garbage accumulated in your house, you could start a wildfire that's the second biggest.
Yeah, no, exactly. You ready to talk about some events?
Yeah, let's talk about some events.
All right, cool.
What's going on in the Treasure Valley?
All right, what's going on, Chuck?
I'm really excited.
Oh, my name's Elliot, by the way.
Oh, yeah, Elliot's here with us. And if you're just listening in,
there's nobody else. It's just the two of us
today.
Yeah.
We couldn't find a single friend to come on and talk with us.
Zoe's not here. Lindsay's not here. Any of the other people that have been... There's been a lot of guests, so none of them are here. It's just me and you.
Yes.
Talking to each other.
We should get a chair and put a mannequin in it for those that are watching.
Yeah, exactly.
YouTube video version.
Mm-hmm.
I think that might be... I don't know how much a mannequin costs.
Just right here. If those of you who are listening, I'm pointing at an empty space in between me and Chuck. But those of you who are watching it can see very clearly that I'm pointing at the space. It's really weird trying to talk to two audiences.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. One that listens and one that's only camera.
I know.
And doesn't listen to anything that we're doing. They just watch because we're beautiful.
I know, exactly.
They put it on mute.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, I hate their voices, but God, they're always so well dressed.
Two completely different audiences. So should I talk about events?
Yeah, sorry.
I was really excited about this.
Okay.
Zoobilee.
What?
Zoobilee, and it's the Boise Zoo's biggest event.
Okay.
Is happening on September 13th, which is just right around the corner here.
Okay.
The tickets are $125 a piece.
Okay, so I'm not going to go to that.
I did not know that the Zoo Boise does like this big fundraiser that's really expensive.
Okay.
$125 to go.
All right.
And it said online, if you need to pay with a check, call Rachel at 208-608-7764. So if you don't have the means to pay online, you can go online and then call Rachel and she'll take your check.
Okay, yeah.
I thought that was pretty great. But anyway, I don't know what $125 to hang out at this. I don't know. It didn't give me a lot of details of what was happening there.
I've never been to the zoo.
Sounds a little scary to me.
I can't even crap on it because I've never been to the Boise Zoo. I've walked around on the outside and I think I've seen some giraffes there.
Yeah, they peep their heads out.
Yeah, but I've never actually been inside.
It's pretty cool.
Is it? You've been inside?
Yeah, they got animals. You know,
cool.
It's a zoo. It's
so
small.
why are you yelling about the $125?
I don't know. I just imagine.
I mean, if I were a person with means of just blowing $125 at a fundraiser, and I really love the Boise Zoo, I would probably want to do that. I'd be like, I want to give my $125 to this zoo to make sure that we have plenty of giraffes and tigers and penguins. And
no penguins.
There's no penguins there?
No.
Oh.
It just seems suspicious.
I mean, when's the last time you were there? They might have some penguins. Maybe this $125 fundraiser thing is actually to try to bring more penguins or bring some.
Yes.
So
it could be. I just am suspicious that it's so expensive to eat a dinner at a zoo because I connect that.
Yeah.
Like, what is this? What's this burger? It's delicious.
Yeah.
It's tiger meat.
Yes, tiger meat. Yeah.
Pass me like giraffe ribs. Like that would be crazy.
Oh yeah,
those would be huge.
Yeah, some big old giraffe ribs. All right, yeah, okay.
So I don't know. I don't know if you pay the $125 if you get to eat exotic animals.
I mean, I would pay $125.
I'm not saying that. It just didn't say online that wasn't happening.
I mean, you might be able to get to shoot your own animal too, but that would just be.
I mean, $125 in the Treasure Valley is pretty elite.
Yeah, it's pretty elite. All right.
Should we talk? And also, if you haven't heard, Yo La Tengo's playing.
Yeah, I'm going to go to Yo La Tengo.
Me too.
Yeah, as opposed to $125 to hang out next to like little exhibits where you wonder if it's just animal prison. They're covered in their own feces and then try to enjoy a meal.
Yes.
I'm going to go listen to some awesome music for $25.
Which is on a different night, but they're not competing. They're not competing.
Yeah. Sorry,
schedules.
you can do both, right?
They're competing
I feel like
for my money.
We can't tag the Zoo of Boise now since we've talked about this. Should we anyway?
I think so.
Yeah. So Zoo of Boise people, if you listen to this,
just confirm that you're not cooking any wild animals.
Yeah, exactly. If you could confirm that would be great. Yeah. But anyway, back to Yo La Tengo. That's on Monday. Yeah. And Yo La Tengo is one of my favorite bands, and I've seen them once. You saw them once, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to go see it. They're going to be playing at the VAC, the Visual Arts Collective in Garden City, on Monday at 8, and that's going to be an awesome show.
If you haven't seen them live, I went and saw them without ever having heard any of their music the first time.
Yeah, and I told you to listen to their music many times, and you're like, oh, you have a crappy taste of music. And then I said, look at this, and you're like, wow, that's awesome. And I'm like, yeah, I'm so cool because of the things that I enjoy.
Yeah, somebody else told me I should go too, and so I'm like, maybe you're right this time.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I'm excited. Hopefully they do like the acoustic set and then the electric set like they did last time.
It was amazing.
It was very cool. Anyway, should we talk about some problems and solutions? I feel like we spent a lot of time. Or do we have more events?
No, that's it for events. We have a letter this week, so let's move on to problems.
Yeah, solution. No, I'm really excited about the problems and solutions. So here we go.
Okay.
You've got problems. I've got problems. We've got problems. Here's the answer.
So week after week, we do either, good news, bad news, or we do problems, or we have a guest or whatever. But every once in a while we say, if you have your own problem, you can email us or reach out to us on our website. There's a contact us, and then we will be able to answer your problem on our podcast. And it has never, ever, ever happened until last night.
Yes.
Last night, we got this email from our contact us. It was an anonymous contact us from our website. And I went ahead and wrote down what this fine woman was saying. So this is her problem. All right.
Okay,
you ready?
I'm listening.
All right, cool. So it says, Dear Lower Gentry crew, this past Sunday, my husband and I decided to go out to eat. I wanted to go someplace fast and cheap, but he, like usual, wanted to go someplace expensive with beer on tap. This has been a constant sticking point between us, especially since moving in together, he hasn't been employed very often. Sorry, I laughed when I read that one.
Okay.
All right, so currently he runs a karaoke. He runs a karaoke night at a dive bar, and the $200 a week isn't enough to cover his lifestyle. How do I talk to him about saving money? Sincerely frustrated and broke. Sorry, not to laugh. Not to laugh, frustrated and broke. But
yeah, that's a difficult situation.
Yeah.
Deadbeat husband, basically.
No,
or is it just like
we can't call him a deadbeat. She's obviously staying with him, and it's obviously love, and he just needs some work or whatever.
True.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. Get a divorce. This guy sounds like an asshole. Just get him out of there. Just be like, get a job, start making money. Until then, I choose where to eat. And then if you don't have a job by the specific date, you need to get the fuck out of my life. I mean, crap out of my life. Sorry.
There we go.
I'm not supposed to swear.
Yeah, we're trying to make this more family friendly.
Yeah, exactly. This is obviously family friendly advice that I'm giving.
Yes.
Any kids want to set any advice from their mom and dad, just tell them to get a divorce.
Tell your kids that their father is awful, and then go from there.
Yeah. I don't know. What's your thing?
Wow. My thing is, why are there so many deadbeat guys that I've heard of in this area?
That's what I was thinking too. When I first moved here back almost 10 years ago, I guess it was 2010 when I first moved here. I remember I noticed that a lot, just like a lot of dudes. I remember that my funniest one was a guy I was working at a really crappy job, and then the mom or the wife, she was like a mom and a wife. She was both at once. She multitasked and was the
matriarch of the family.
She was the matriarch of the family. And then she was working double shifts at this really crappy job. It was a call center job. And then one day I just asked, what does your husband do? And then she said, well, he's kind of down and out right now. I'm like, oh, is he unemployed? And she's like, well, no, he's like employed. He's going to bring in money. And I'm like, how so? Oh, he's going to find gold. He's going to find gold up in the mountains. And then I said, what? And then he had actually paid like $2,000 to get this really expensive like gold panning equipment that she had paid for on her credit card. And then he just disappeared for 2 months up in the mountains during the summer. And then he brought a bunch of like beer and his friends with him. And then I just said, you're basically just subsidizing his trip up into the mountains.
Wow.
So I remember a couple months later, I'm like, so what happened to the gold trip? And then she said, oh, he didn't find any gold, I guess. So it was kind of a bust.
Ooh.
So
that's
anyway.
a big surprise.
Yeah. I feel like this is probably like the same woman.
I can make a whole bunch of money, but first you need to give me a bunch of money.
Yeah, exactly.
That sounds like a scam.
I will give this piece of advice to this woman here who's frustrated and broke. I will say that if he comes up with any scheme to make money, that first it's required of you to give him money. Don't fall for that one.
Don't give him any more money.
If he's all of a sudden just like, well, I can get more karaoke gigs if you just buy me some more equipment or something. Yeah, don't fall down that trap. Yeah,
because that'll go to beer. I would withhold beer.
Oh yeah, you can't have any beer until you bring him more money.
Just give him an allowance.
Ooh yeah, that's fun.
I wonder if his parents gave him an allowance.
Probably not.
Just be like, this is going to Bill's. And you take your $200 a month that you make and do whatever you want with it. And then I will give you $25 a week.
Wait, what? The $200 a month? I would take part of his $200 and make him pay for one of the bills.
Yeah, just let him figure it out. I'm
really?
pretty sure. Yeah, he'll either find another sugar mama or he'll step up. He'll because obviously $200 isn't enough.
Well, no, not to do anything, right?
It's probably just his beer money for the month.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he probably drinks it while he's working.
Yeah. The dive bar is probably like angry at him. They probably give him like $25
He can't quit doing the karaoke gig because he owes the bar too much money.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry, frustrated and broke. I feel like we're making fun of you pretty bad. No, not you though. You're a saint.
Obviously, you're taking care of people, but
yeah,
I'm going to say enabler.
Yeah, enabler. Dump him. Dump him. Give him a hard line.
Don't let him cross it. Hard lines are really good. You should give people hard lines all the time.
I do it all the time with my wife. That's why she's not here today. I'm just kidding. I never do.
But she gives you some.
Yeah, she sets hard lines with me for
good.
sure.
It's necessary.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Wow. That's okay. So hard line. What should the hard line be?
It's a hard line.
He pays the bills.
Well, maybe not. I mean, whatever thing.
I think allowance.
Yeah, or just whatever plan like you would be satisfied with. I think that's the main thing.
Don't back down.
If you just think of like if it would be great if you just do this one thing, right? Then you just have to go up to him and be like, you have to do this one thing. you know?
Or I'm keeping all the money until you do it.
Yeah, or I'm keeping all the money and you have to figure out another way.
I wonder who mows the yard and does the dishes and stuff.
Yeah, that didn't get it. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
I need to get into some nitty gritty specifics on this to figure out what's going on in that situation.
Yeah, for sure.
So feel free. Hopefully this helps a lot.
Yeah,
Hopefully we're not just lobbing stuff out there that doesn't apply. But I feel like, that's pretty good advice.
Yeah, I think so.
It's a good solution.
I think so too.
Get him to do one thing he doesn't want to do and don't give him any money until it happens.
Whatever it is, whatever makes you happy, just the one thing. Just be like, just adjust his behavior just in one area.
Or just mention one of your coworkers, since you actually have a job that's a male, and like how he does things way differently and way better than him.
Oh, that won't work.
No, that won't work.
No,
he just double down on being lazy.
Yeah, it's just like, well, whatever, just go spend time with him then.
Yeah,
right?
Don't do that because then it causes a fight. Just focus in on. I have hope for you if you actually have hope. Maybe you don't.
Yeah, maybe. It's kind of weird that you sent an anonymous email to two random people to get relationship advice in the first place.
They must be listening to our problem solutions and have chimed in.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, must be an iTunes listener.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, though, we really do appreciate it, and just dump him. No, don't dump him. Give him an ultimatum and then dump him, because he's not going to live up to it anyway, because he sounds like a total loser. Is that good?
Yes.
All right. Are we ready to end it with a joke in the hat?
Yeah, let's do a joke from a hat.
All right, cool.
Take a joke from a hat. When you read it, I'll bet that you make someone laugh. It's a joke from a hat.
All right.
Today's hat is a gray hat.
All right. Gray hat. Here it comes. I really was hoping that Zoe would be here to read these. And this one looks really okay.
Good.
I'm just going to start reading it.
Thanks.
It's two-sided. A novelty hat lies unkempt in the bottom of a storage box, reminiscing about his past. Initially purchased as an essential prop, his height of existence spanned less than 20 minutes, waiting in eager anticipation, gently folded over the edge of a bedpost. His fate and that of the equally eccentric leotard that left with him from the seasonal shopping center was not to make an imposter's dream a reality on that All Hallows Eve. You gotta slip it over. But rather to be angrily shoved into his current tomb as an accentuating gesture to the end of a phone call. There would be no celebration this evening. His hope of contribution of fulfilling his purpose, so near at hand, gone in a moment of indignation. He thought to himself ruefully, I will never get ahead.
And that was a joke from a hat. Thank you all for tuning in. You can go to www.lowergentrystudios.com to keep up to date on this podcast, to watch our web series Canyon County, to watch one of our two feature films, Brown Truck or We Speak. Continue to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I think we got those three covered pretty well. And feel free to send us a letter if you need some help out in your life.
Yeah. Bye.